Hey everyone, it's your State Assemblyman Matt Slater coming to you with another recap of another very busy week here in the state capitol. Three things that we want to talk about today. First and foremost, the ongoing budget negotiations. We continue to have a late budget for the state of New York. Our fiscal year began April 1st earlier this week. We've already passed one budget extender and we are about to pass a second budget extender to get us to next week. And it's important that people understand that we're voting to keep government operating, but it's also very frustrating when we continue to see the lack of clarity, the lack of details on a spending plan that now stretches more than $253 billion for the state of New York. We're hopeful next week when we come back that we'll have a final product to vote on, but we're continuing to see those negotiations continue. Secondarily, we saw this week, in addition to the ongoing prison crisis, and with 2,000 correction officers who've been fired by Governor Hochul in response to those terminations, now that we continue to see a very alarming low number when it comes to staffing, the state of New York has made the decision to actually begin releasing prisoners early, which I think is a disaster for New York State and sends the complete wrong message. This is a mess created by Governor Hochul and a mess that she continues to perpetuate, and letting prisoners out early because of the fact that we have low staff numbers because she terminated 2,000 correction officers is not the answer. And so we're fighting hard on that issue as well. And lastly, earlier this week, I forced a vote on a very common sense measure in the Elections Committee that would require an ID, a voter ID, when you're casting a ballot in our elections here in New York State. That was defeated by Democrats here in Albany, which is just crazy. We have 36 states in the union that currently require a ID to cast your ballot. Just this week, the state of Wisconsin approved a ballot measure by more than 60% of its voters to put it into its state constitution. And when you think about all the places you need an ID these days for, when you go to visit somebody in the hospital, when you are going on to into one of our schools, you need to show an ID. When I checked into my hotel this week, I had to show an ID. And guess what? When you get a library card, you need to show an ID, but we don't need one when we're casting a vote here in New York State. I think is crazy. So we pushed that forward this week. Again, unfortunately, Albany Democrats stopped it, but we're going to continue to focus on that issue as well. And with that, I'm heading back home for the weekend. I hope you're all having a great week. If you see me around town, make sure you stop by and say hello. I'd love to say hi. Thanks.